Speaker Garrett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's like Jaws, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Senate Bill 141 came to my attention when I arrived unexpectedly on the CTI committee, Mr. Speaker, and I was excited about the bill because I had a bill, House Bill 982, that aimed to stop campaigns, we've narrowly defined the people who are acting, from publishing false and defamatory material in their election process. And I was super excited when I learned that my colleague from Richmond, Delegate Cousins, had House Bill 868, and her goal was to do the exact same thing. And she treated me so exceptionally well, Mr. Speaker. I'm grateful to her. What's before you today is the Senate version of that, but not in the form that Delegate Cousins and I carried. This is so bad that it compares to some of the worst stuff I've ever seen, not just this year. Mr. Speaker, when you believe in your argument, you debate. When you don't, you censor. The amendment that was literally not debated in any chamber, the Senate or the House, in subcommittee or committee, because it's brand spanking new, is all of a whopping 11 lines. I invite you to read it. Here are some lowlights. It would condemn defamatory electioneering. Here's a problem. There's no definition in the code for electioneering. It says that a court, any circuit court in the Commonwealth, presumably because there's no specificity, could enter injunctive relief, which is the court equivalent of saying, shut up, you can't say or do that. It says that the material that will be stopped from being spread is allegedly defamatory media within 30 days. We call that political speech for those of you watching at home. And so it invites, in the case of a statewide campaign, Mr. Speaker, invites court shopping. Pretend a governor candidate's running and someone's saying something along the lines of, say, Swift Boat Veterans for Truth, which, by the way, was never refuted as untrue. Their campaign is taking hits and they're losing momentum because Virginia voters are being told the truth. And so the candidate can seek injunctive relief, and it doesn't say who the defendant is, which means the defendant's anyone. The defendant could be Delegate from Bedford sitting in his mom's basement making a meme. But we don't like the meme because too many people are viewing the meme, and it might cause us to lose an election. So we say, what circuit court in Virginia would be most likely to provide me with injunctive relief to make that guy shut up? We go to that judge and wait for it. It gets worse. Such a motion shall be given priority over all pending matters before the court. Let's just say there's a rape trial, a murder trial, a trial on armed robbery or distribution of fentanyl. Stop. We got to let the political candidate's case be heard so that we can take the allegedly defamatory remarks made by someone who made a meme in their mom's basement off the airwaves so that a political candidate doesn't potentially lose an election. Mr. Speaker, here's where we are. It's Orwellian. Orwell famously said that slavery is freedom and freedom is slavery. When you redefine words, we have seen this session the defense of life by attacking the natural law right of self-defense. We are now watching people try to defend democracy by attacking our natural law right to express ourselves, to speak freely. We have seen this session attacks on the First Amendment Establishment Clause. Some people seem to like the part where we don't get to establish religion, but miss the part where we don't prohibit the free practice thereof. We've seen attacks on Fourth Amendment search and seizure. We've seen the Second Amendment gutted, the Fifth and 14th due process gone, the Sixth Amendment Confrontation Clause gone. That's what I don't like about photo cameras. You're not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until proven innocent. So here the remedy to a bad actor who's not defined, anybody who says something you don't like is what the definition is to shut them up using the courts. And why? To defend democracy? I can't make this stuff up as I have my worst nightmares. But we will not preserve freedom by attacking freedom. And that's what this bill does now. And we will not preserve the public's confidence in our institutions when a candidate for political office can shop for the most favorable court in the Commonwealth to tell their political opposition to shut up 30 days before an election. I have stood and given some impassioned pleas this year. This might be the most impassioned one. If when you have power, you use that power to silence minorities and silence dissent, it does not end well. It does not end well. And this bill, while well-intentioned, like I said, I had the House version of this bill and worked in good faith with someone who treated me exceptionally well. It didn't do this. It didn't say the defendant's anyone. It said the defendant is a political campaign lying about another political campaign. That makes sense. That's a time, place, manner restriction on speech. This, my friends, is censorship crafted by people who can't win a fair and honest debate, and I urge my colleagues to vote no.